Today I'll be playing another simul against viewers on 6 boards. I'll be playing people who applied through yesterday's stream. Just a quick question, can you hear me well? Is the sound okay? If anybody can confirm. Hey Circularity, hello. Okay, it looks like one of the players is not here. So if I remember John something from Twitch, Sunseti on Lichess is not here. So if he's not here in about 2 minutes, I will accept Circularity because he or she, I'm sorry, was the first one to apply. John Ken, hey, if you're here, please get onto Lichess. I've sent over a message and join the simul. You have it in your Lichess messages. Okay. So Sunseti is here. We can start then. Okay, good afternoon, Blunderated. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me well? Is the stream okay? Is everything fine before we start? Okay, John, if you're... hey, Anton. John, Anton, the guys who are playing the simul, please get off Twitch, if it's not a problem. I mean, there's nothing I can do to force you, but please don't listen to me. I'll share my thoughts during the games. Okay, everybody. Good luck in the games. I'll try to play better than yesterday, and we can start. Okay, it's random colors, and in the first game, Chess Gamer has played e4. I will play the Sicilian. Richter's neighbor played e4. I will play the Caro. Sunseti or John Ken has the black pieces. Now I will play e4. Anton has played e4. I will play another Sicilian. And against John, so John plays the Dutch against e5. John is a student of mine, and he knows my repertoire really well. So how do I confuse him? He will play the Rossolimo against my knight c6 Sicilian. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm not sure what to do against John. Hey, Yider Guerra, hello. Why am I thinking on move 1? Okay, let's see what John has in store against the Karoka. Against Abhorst, who has a provisional rating, I'll go d4. We have the c3 Sicilian against Chess Gamer. Okay, I will go for the early d5. We have d4 knight f6, c4. John has played d4, so let's go d5. Richter's neighbor also played d4, so let's go d5. We have the Sicilian against John Ken, knight f3. Another c3 Sicilian. What's going on? Why do I have two c3 Sicilians? Jesus, come on. Is the stream okay? I'm just reading the chat now. It seems like it's messed up. I don't know why. Can I... what can I do about that? I don't know, my internet seems fine. I'm watching the stream on a different connection, so it shouldn't influence, and I can see that it's getting problematic. Is it better now? Okay. Okay, I will just keep playing. Okay, I'll go d5 again against Anton. Okay, we have the advanced Caro-Kann, bishop f5. Richter's neighbor played takes, the exchange, okay. Queen d5. We have e6, invitation to the Nimzo. I could go for the Catalan against Abhorts. No, I'll actually accept the Nimzo Indian to see what he has. We have d6 against John Ken in the Sicilian, so d4. Okay, queen takes d5 again. We have the Nimzo. What do I do against this Nimzo Indian? I think a3 is... Okay, knight f3 is what I would like to play. I will play a3 to see what he does. It seems fun. It's not one of the main moves, but let's see. Okay, we have h4, the taille, so h5. Okay. Okay, this I will just take to isolate his pawn. Okay, I will take. g6 is also okay. Maybe g6 first. Kind of like g6 though. g6 or takes on d4. Okay, I will take first, see what he does. Okay, c d4, knight d4. Another d4 here. And this one I'll go g6. g6, queen a4 check. Knight c6. I'll actually take again. I don't know. I think this is the most principled. Okay, he took. No, knight c6. Actually, maybe. Knight c6, knight c3 attacking my queen. So. Knight c6, knight c3, queen d4. Okay, knight c6 should be okay. f3 Sicilian. We have the exchange Caro here, so knight c6, c3 takes. I'll go knight c6 in this one as well. I have two exactly the same games. Bishop d3 is kind of awkward, so I will take that. Plays bishop to e7. I think taking on c3 is a bit more principled than playing bishop e7. Knight f3. Okay, and this one, I think I will go bishop g4. So if knight c3 I can take. Wait, bishop g4, knight c3, knight f3, bishop g4, knight c3, bishop f3, knight d5, bishop d1, knight c7 check is irritating. Okay. Yeah, I should have gone g6. I actually messed this up. Guys, can you hear me? Because I've lost the stream on my end. Guys? Okay, it seems that my other connection is for some reason not working. The stream got shut off. Okay, sorry about that. So I need to sort out the issue of knight c3. So if I go e6, knight c3, bishop to b4, yeah, I don't know. I have to admit I'm kind of messed up because I don't know the theory here. I think I have to go e6, which is weird and weak, but I don't see any other options. Okay, queen d3, e6. Another knight f3 against Antan. So can I try something different here? I don't think so. I'll go e6 again. Okay, c3 is normal. Now knight f6. He castled, so let's go bishop to g5. f3, knight c6. Okay, c4. Knight c3 chasing my queen away, which is not nice. So I have to go. I don't know. Jesus, why am I so weak? Why am I lost on move 7? Yeah, okay, now I'll just go queen d8 in both and just be worse in both. Horrible games. Yeah, I need to look at the c3 Sicilian. Hello, Hedrox. Okay, bishop e7 for knight h6, knight f5 should be okay. Bishop c4 is slightly odd because it gives me the opportunity to play knight f6. Okay, I don't want to give up my bishop pair, so bishop h4. And we have castles in this one. Bishop e7 has to be correct. Also knight e7 could be okay, but bishop e7 is the principled move. Again, I need to learn the c3 Sicilian. This is horrible. This is just... I shouldn't be... I know that g6 is the move because I've prepared it, but I obviously don't know it well enough. And I prepared it a while ago, so... Castles d5, pawn takes, knight takes. He has enough defenders. So d5 is more than possible. I have to castle. Okay, pawn to h3 played, stopping the development of my bishop. That's very sensible. So I will go for a g6 setup. Okay, e3 is normal. Attacking my center immediately with c4. John is playing the Tali Karo Khan. That's... I'm sorry about the stream, guys. I have no idea why that's happening. Okay, I'll just follow my plan of knight h6 and see what happens. Okay, the pawn cannot be taken because of bishop b5 winning the queen. So knight f6. A3. I don't know what a3 does. Stops knight b4, knight d5, I guess, but I think it's a bit too slow. So I'll go a6, b5, bishop b7. I think he should just play d5. Okay, bishop f4 is a normal move, bishop g7. I'll basically wait for him to castle kingside and then play bishop f5, bishop takes, g takes, e6, and I should have a pleasant position. Okay, castles in this one. I have to castle, so bishop e7 again should be normal. Knight d7. So he's waiting for me to castle before he takes on c4. Should I go for a minority attack type thing here by taking on d5? I don't know. Kind of like having the central pawns, but it could be that I'm overextending. Okay, let's develop. Bishop d3. Okay. This now resembles the Karo-Kan a lot. So if he takes on f6 and pushes d5, I'm still okay. So I'll just play h6 to give myself some breathing room. Okay, e6 is a passive option, so knight c3. Okay, and now b5 was my plan. Knight e2, also normal castles. John took on d5, so c takes has to be correct. Bishop b7, and this game has to be correct. Bishop b7, d5, ed, knight d, and I'm hanging a bishop in some positions. Bishop b7, d5, ed5, knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5. My bishop is defended by the knight and the queen, so I feel like rook e8 should be played first to defend the bishop. Ooh, okay, we have central tension here. So do I isolate his pawn or not? Can I isolate his pawn? Or should I just castle? So takes on d4, knight takes on d4, bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop. I don't think I'm afraid of playing with an isolated queen's pawn, so I'll just give him the option to isolate my pawn and play an IQB position, try to get my knight into e5, and just leave the central tension as it is. I'm going to castle. Okay, rook c1 played, bishop b7 has to be correct, defending the knight. a3 played again. Are we playing identical games? Do people know the theory here, or is this just what's going on? I'll castle again. Knight b6. Knight b6 threatens to win my pawn. But now I think I can take on c5, bishop c5, and I can take on d5. Because his bishop is kind of overworked. So takes on c5, and I can go b4 and extend. If I take on c5 and he takes on c4, dc5, knight c4, b4 gives me a pawn majority, which is very pleasant. D takes c5. If bishop takes c5, then b4 should be very good for me. If d takes c5, knight takes c4, I might even exchange the queens with bishop c4, dc4, queen d8, bishop d8, and b4 go for a pawn majority. I'm going to do that. That seems like a very nice option. Knight d2 played in this Caro-Kann. So I'm basically trying to wait for him to castle, but he's not castling, so rook e8. Bishop e7 played, normal move. Bishop e3 is the most principled. John took the knight on h6. Okay, I'll take that with the rook. Bishop took on c5, but now b4. What's wrong with b4? Wait, b4, dc4. Okay, I see it now. b4, dc4, bc5, b4, dc4, bc5. If cd3, then I win the knight, so I'm piece up, so b4 works. Knight f3 played in this game, stopping my idea of e5. That's a good idea. So I can reinforce e5 with knight h5. Knight h5, bishop h2, e5. If g4, I have e4. Takes the knight. Okay, I like that. I'm going to go knight h5. That's a strong move in many exchange Caro-Kann positions. Bishop c2 played, now saving the pawn. So again, I like my plan of a6, b5, bishop b7. I think that should be the best plan, unless he plans to go queen d3, bishop g5. In which case I would have to go g6. So, and that could be a possibility. So if he goes bishop g5, I'll go h6. If he goes queen d3, I'll go h6 again. So a6, okay. And again, we have the same plan, trying to mate me this way. That's not nice. Same mating pattern in both games. So what do I do against queen c2? Aha, rook c8, queen c2, g5. And then knight g5, hg5, bishop g5 gets very scary. But I'm not getting mated, am I? So queen c2, rook c8, queen c2. Let's say knight takes d4, bishop takes f6. I take the queen. So if he plays queen d3, I go back. So I don't think there's a checkmate here. I can just go to f8. Okay. Okay, in this position, yeah, I was planning to go c5, and this should be very good for me. The bishop went back, and now e5 was my calculation. e5, d5, knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, queen e5. His king is still in the center. And if e5, g4, e4, gh5, I would take the knight for free. So I'm going e5 here. John plays knight c3, trying to get in, probably trying to get in knight b5. I'm not a big fan of allowing that, but what can you do? I'll go knight c6 just to develop first. Okay, the knight went here, and now I think I can just trade everything off, like take the queen and have a pawn majority and push it up the board. Yeah. This should give me an advantage in the endgame, quite a substantial advantage. Hello, Chess Student 101, happy to have you here. Guys, I'm sorry I won't be reading the chat a lot because I'll try to play better than yesterday. Yesterday I had 1 win, 2 draws and 3 losses, which is just sad. In one game I had a mouse slip into a draw, in another I had a blunder, just leaving my bishop behind. So, okay, checkmate threatened. Not yet, but could be threatened. I don't really want to go h6. But bishop g5 is threatened. So bishop g5, h6. I think I can go h6 just safely. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. Just stopping bishop g5 and stopping him from... Aha, but he can go d5. h6, d5. No, he can't go. I'll go h6. That should be okay. John plays rook c1. That's sensible. I'll go rook c8. Because that's the best move. Okay, takes. So knight takes. Now I'll have to use the fact that his king is still in the center. Castles in this game. Bishop e2 is normal, followed by queen d2. Guys, nobody's written anything for a while. Is the stream still okay? I always get worried when nobody says anything. Can somebody write something, please? Okay, bishop takes knight. Okay, hello, thank you. Okay, so he's threatening knight f6. How scary is that? I think just rook e8. Rook e8, knight f6, bishop f6, bishop queen h7, and then king f8, if queen h8, king e7. I don't think that's such a big deal. Just rook e8 should be okay. Rook e8, knight f6, bishop f6, king f8. Knight f6, bishop f6, queen h7, king f8. Does he have bishop h6? Bishop h6, gh6, queen h6. Check. No, he doesn't. I don't think this is mating. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think just rook e8 is okay. I definitely cannot go g6 now. So let me just shut the blinds because the light is going in my head. Okay, this is better. Okay. So rook e8, knight f6, bishop f6, queen h7, king f8, bishop h6, gh6, queen h6, bishop g7. And if rook e8, knight f6, bishop f6, queen h7, king f8, if queen h8, then king e7, and he doesn't have any more. I don't think this works. I'll just go rook e8. And we have the same thing here. We have the same... It's the same thing. Again, I'm not scared. Bishop f6, queen h7, king f8. d5 is defended enough. I mean... I'm really not too scared. Maybe I should be. But I'm not. Is this really a threat? Bishop f6, queen h7, king f8. What's his threat? He doesn't have a threat. No, I don't believe in this attack. I really don't believe this works. I'll just centralize my pieces. I don't care. I'll just go knight a5. Okay, rook takes. Okay, bishop d7 played. What's wrong with knight e5? Knight e5 seems like a strong move. Yep. unless knight e4 or knight somewhere works, but I don't think it does. Knight e5 should be okay. Okay, he does go for this. Let's see. Let's see the idea. Okay, stops knight b4. I'm going to stop knight b5. Rook to e8 played. Castles or queen d2? Castles first. Okay, knight f6. They're both going for it. So let's see what they have in store for me. I'm wondering to see their attack in practice. I mean, I don't believe in it. At the end of the day, you have an isolated pawn on d4 that's going to drop. I don't see it. I don't see it. They both went in for that. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? So we're playing two exactly the same. Okay, d5, but what's the threat? I have my bishop covering. What's the idea? What's the idea? Bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5. What's the point? I still don't see it. Zdravo, Sonja. Dobar dan. So bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5. His threat is rook c8, queen h7, king e7, queen c8. Okay, so against bishop d5, knight d5, I should take on c1 first. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, queen d5. Maybe he has rook c7 check. I actually have to calculate this. If bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5, he has rook c1, rook c8, queen h7 check, and wins the rook. So I cannot take twice. So bishop d5 would be a piece sacrifice, unless I can take on c1 first. So bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, bishop queen d5, queen h8 check, king e7, rook c7, and I would have to go king d6. Does he have a check? He has a rook on c7. So his rook is attacked, my rook is attacked. This is too much. Oh. So bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, queen d5, queen h8 check, king e7, rook c7 check, king d6, queen e8, king c7, And he can take on f7 with check, queen d7. How does he get onto the light squares? Has a bishop on b1 still. I don't want to give up my exchange with rook c3, even though that seems very sensible. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1, queen d5. You can also go rook c7 immediately. And rook c7 immediately is worrying. What about bishop c3? Bishop c3, de. And if bishop e1, ef check, king f, bishop g6. The thing is, after rook takes c3, he doesn't have to go b takes c3, he can go d6. And I'm not sure how I should be surviving that. So, okay, rook c3, b c3, rook c1, no, rook c3, d6, rook c1, ef7, king f7, bishop g6, and I'm lost. So if I go rook c3, he doesn't take it, he just plays ef. Oh. I have no idea what to do here. Bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5 fails. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1. Ah, I can then go ed. Okay, bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1, ed5, queen h8 check, king e7, rook e1 check, king d7. That could actually work. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1, ed5. Queen h8 check, king e7, rook e1 check, king d7. Everything is defended. Final check. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1, ed. What if he goes... No, he cannot go rook e1 immediately. Bishop d5, knight d5, rook c1, rook c1, ed5, queen h8, king e7, rook e1, king d7, bishop f5 check, king c7. I'm going to try it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it. I have to stop wasting time. Okay, in this game castles happened. Where do I want my pieces? I need to develop my bishop. Bishop d7 seems like a good move against f4. Bishop d7 seems most active. Okay, knight d5 happened against Anton, so rook c1. Oh, why am I such a moron? Why am I such a moron? I cannot play rook c1 because queen h8 is checkmate. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is just horrible. I mean, there's no way out anymore. Yeah, okay. This one is lost. How did I miss that 95 covers e7? Okay, I'll go b5 here. In this game I definitely have to develop. So I'm thinking queen f6. He wants to reroute his knight to f3, which is okay. I think queen f6 makes a ton of sense. Queen f6, knight f3, rook e7. Okay. In this game, this loses a pawn, so I'll take it. In this game, rook d1 played, trying to break through with d5. However, what if I just take it? Knight d5, bishop d5. If bishop to e3 is played, that seems kind of scary. I don't believe that I have the same attack in the two games. That seems absurd. I mean, the question is now knight d4, bishop d4, bishop e3. If I can play e5. Then I think I can, but it seems scary to open the position up because bishop takes, pawn takes, queen h8, rook e1 check. What if I just stop the expansion with queen d5, then he goes bishop e4. I have to say these two c3 Sicilians are yeah, I definitely did underestimate the attack, but can I try king e7 and rook h8? If I go queen d5, then at least after bishop e4, his rook is undefended. Yeah, I don't know. I'm busted in both of these Sicilians. King e7, d5, rook h8, d6 check is good. Hello, Skakumato. Hello, hello. How do I get out of this mess? King e7, d5, rook h8, queen moves, and takes on d5. I will try it. It looks suicidal, but judging by the last game, I have to do something radical. Otherwise, I'm just dead lost. Okay, John blocked the position. So what do we do here? I need to reroute my knight to b6 and c4. So I'm looking at this. Is there a better way? So this maybe. I think I will try that. So knight a7. And I would have to, I would also be pinning his. Ooh. Now I'm starting to look at knight takes b4, knight b4, a b4, bishop b4, the knight is pinned, but the king moves, I don't have a third attacker. So is there a smarter way to get my knight into c4? I don't think so. Knight a7, knight c8, knight b6. Seems to be the only way. I'll go for that. Okay, g5 in this game. Okay, bishop g3. In this game, I'll go queen d2 to stop queen a5. Knight f3 played as expected, so rook e7. Yeah, okay. The two c3 Alapin Sicilians. Anton, I saw your message that it was all the tier you know. I mean, I prepared g6 lines a while back, so I think I should play g6 before I take, but I mean, I'm sure I should play g6 before I take, but I didn't know how to continue. John Castles. Okay. Okay. So. I don't know who this looks scary for. I honestly believe it looks scary for him after I go rook c7, but we'll see. I'll go get some water while I wait, I'm thirsty. What's that? Rook d7 played. Rook d7, bishop d7. And then rook d1, bishop c6. Yeah, okay, let's trade. Okay. Bishop e2 played. So what's wrong with rook e8? I don't think there's anything wrong. Because if queen d5, rook e2, queen d7, rook b2, I should have a bit more control. Actually, after rook e8, queen d5, I can take bishop h3. That seems fun. And if gh3, I can take on e2. Okay, I'll go for that. The knight took. So okay, rook d1. Rook took in this game. I was expecting knight takes and knight b3. This is a weird positional decision by John. Now I think just knight c. Okay, if I go knight c8, he can double up. And threaten to play queen c6. Okay, I didn't see that. Oh. I missed that he's going to double up on the C file. Stupid idiot. I think I have to go f6. f6, e takes, g takes, queen c2. Oh. I mean, I could also try rook h8, king d7, which seems suicidal. Rook h8, if he tries to double up with rook first. So rook h8, let's say rook c3, king d7, queen c2. And then I'm still okay after something like queen b8. So I should be okay. I think that's more sensible than trying to read out my knight. Bishop f6 played. I was planning to go knight e4. Let's see if there's something wrong with that. I don't think so. Okay, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4. In this game, bishop f4 played after king e7. So my plan was rook h8. And then see what he does. So let's go rook h8. Aha! He can go bishop d6 check. And if king d6... No, that's going to be fine. Rook h8, the queen has to go to either e4 or d3. Okay, let's go rook h8. Knight d4 played, he didn't take. So now I was planning to go knight f4 and sacrifice on h3. So I think that should work. Unless he has bishop g4. I don't think he has bishop g4. Okay, now I have to trade one of the knights, so I'm guessing this one. Queen went to e4, so I'll desperately try and exchange queens. Hope he accepts it. And try to go rook d8. Queen c7 played, rook c1 is normal. Queen went to e3. So what's the threat? Is there a threat in this position? Okay, so rook d8, trying to get my rook back into the game. Jesus. Okay. And also need to start playing quicker. PN 2206, I'm not sure I will do a simul tomorrow, but I will do one on Sunday for sure. I have a lot of work to do on Patreon. Aha, he does play bishop g4. Ha. That should still give me a lot of control. I don't want to trade bishops. I need my bishop. But I don't see a way to stop the trade. Yeah, I'm going to have to take. I don't have a better move. Okay, plays b5. If I take en passant, I'm opening the position too much, so I don't really like that. I don't really mind him taking on c4. I'm going to pick up that pawn later. So if I take on e8 and he takes on c4, I play knight d6 and pick up the pawn later, so I'll just do that. Queen c3 played by John as predicted. So now my stupid plan was king d7 because everything is still protected. So c8 protected, c7 protected twice, c6 protected. It should work. Okay, bishop b3. Aha, he's going to play d5 anyway. La 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 la. Can I try queen f5? Queen f5, d5, knight e5. Jesus. No, two defenders. Okay, queen a5, d5 resigns. I'm getting crushed in these c3 Sicilians. The thing is, I cannot block my bishop out because then d5 takes on e6 is terminal. Maybe I think I have to control the e6 square and try to defend it. And after d5 goes something like knight a5, which is disgusting, but there's no alternative. Okay, he took on c4, knight back to d6. John has played knight f4. That's a weird move, stopping my rook from coming into the game. But I'll still play queen b8. I don't think there are any other threats. Unless he can go knight d5, e d5, I don't think he can. Okay. The queen took on g4 as expected. Now I was planning to go h5 to see what he does. Okay. Knight to d7 in this one. That's a bold move. It seems kind of funny. I don't know why. It just seems funny. So he's either going to go knight c5 or knight e5. So if I go b4, and then b5, I'll actually go f4, which is slightly risky, but I have a plan. Okay, he played c3, so I have to stop the pawn. So rook c1. And yeah, of course, d5. So now I was planning to go knight a5, however risky that may seem, but I don't see another way out. Yeah, this game is lost. I'm just playing to see if he messes up or not. Okay, bishop defends. Okay, let's double attack the pawn. I want to go for bishop e1. Okay, so let's look at the games. So I'm worried about the c3 Sicilian against Chess Gamer. All the others I think I have under control. The game with John is slightly weird, but Rook c8 is coming. So we will see. And everybody's thinking, that's good. Yesterday I didn't have a second break. Okay. Ah, okay. That's a huge relief, actually. I don't really mind that. And I'm happy to trade off the pieces here. Ah, the problem is that D is with check. Huh. Yeah, this one is resignable as well. Good job, Chess Gamer. That just got destroyed in the two c3 Sicilians. I think this is the simplest way, just takes and knight e4. The queen went back, and now things get interesting. So, if I go queen g5, what can he do? Also, knight e2 check is interesting. Knight e2, rook e2, rook e1 is impossible. So knight e2, he would have to go king somewhere. Then I take, infiltrate. Should be slightly better. I'm wondering if I can go rook e4 and prepare knight h3. Because if I go queen g5, he goes queen f3. Maybe then I can go rook e5 and rook f5. But I doubt it. Feels like I should have something here. Knight e2 just seems very equal. Knight e2, king moves, knight d4, queen d4, queen d4, pawn takes d4, rook e2. I don't know, some pressure. So I'll go knight e2 because I don't really see anything here. If knight g2, king g2, queen g5, king somewhere opens up the g file for him, that doesn't sound good. I think knight e2 check is the principled move. Seems okay, I have a lot more control than he does. Okay, and now my plan was simply knight to e4, trying to win the pawn. And I don't think there should be any issues there. Ah, and he gets his knight in first, which is annoying. But I guess there's nothing else to do but to play rook c8, knight c5, bishop c5, I guess bc5 and knight c6. So let's go in for that. Okay, the knight took on e2. Okay, rook takes. Ooh, f4, e5. Another interesting decision, I have to say. Because now knight d5 seems winning. Knight d5. If queen d8, then bishop b6 is not good, but I can then take... Okay, I'll play knight d5 to see what he does. Okay, knight takes pawn, should be okay for me. No problems there. He did play that, so bishop c5 as expected. Queen to b3. I don't know about queen b3. I think just rook e7, and if queen d5, I take on b2. I think rook e7 is okay, yeah. Okay, rook there. Okay, so now I have to calculate c6. C6, rook takes, bishop takes, c7. He can take with the bishop, or can he? c6, bishop takes, c7. I can also just play it safe and play something like knight d1, but I don't really want to. c6, rook takes knight, rook takes rook, bishop takes, c7 is winning. c6, bishop takes, c7, rook d8 is impossible, bishop e5 is also impossible. So c6, he would have to go back. c6, rook takes, bishop takes, c7, winning. c6, bishop takes, c7, rook d8, illegal, impossible, bishop e5, impossible. So I think just c6 is good enough. Am I missing something? I don't want to blunder again. c6, rook takes, bishop takes. c7, winning. c6, bishop takes, c7. Yeah, it's winning. Okay, knight c6. Setting up a blockade. Okay, he played that, which is okay. Queen c6 played. So I was planning to go bishop e3. And if takes, rook takes. So I think I'm going to go for that. I don't see a problem with that. Rook to d1 played. So I still think he can't take on d5. Maybe he can though. I could just bail out with queen b6, but I don't really want to. Maybe I have to though. And how about rook e5, queen b7, rook f5? That seems interesting. And if rook d5, queen d5, rook b2 should be okay. So I'll try that. That seems interesting. I don't want to go for a draw. John plays knight g5. So I guess I don't need my pieces over here anymore. So rook f8 seems normal. Okay, he didn't take the knight. He played bishop c7. Now threatening bishop b6, which is a good idea. So what do I do here? Maybe I should just go knight b5. And if bishop b6, c7 threatens to win. Okay, how about I just play e4 and keep my pawn and then go on from there. Or maybe king f1, bishop b6, and then knight d1. I like king f1, getting out of the pin. So if rook e3, I can go knight b5. So king f1, rook e3, knight b5, bishop b6, c7. And if king f1, bishop b6, I can go knight d1, threatening to advance. So I think I'll go for that. Wow, horrible simul again. The two c3 Sicilians were devastating. I just got smashed. Okay, he takes. Now I thought knight b5 should be winning. Knight b5, what does he do? John plays queen d3. So if I just go g6, not allowing an infiltration, what does he do? Okay. Now my idea was to go bishop to f3, and I hope that works. I think it does. Just bishop f3 should be okay. Although yeah, bishop f3. Bishop took on h2. What does he do about c7? Or even better, instead of c7, what if I just go king f2? Because c7, bishop c7. And then rook c7, a6 is kind of annoying. No, it's okay. I have rook c3. I'll go c7. Queen takes plate. Okay. My plan was to go rook f5 to see what he would do. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. Okay, rook takes, and if a6, I have rook c3. Okay, this one should be winning. I don't think there's any chance for him to hold. Yeah, the Alpine Sicilian. That's the thing I'm going to have a look at after all the games finish. I will have a look at the Alpine Sicilians and see what I should have done. Okay, bishop e6. What does he do against b4? I need to get an attack going. I don't know how. I'll try to break through. I want to play aggressively. John plays rook b1. I don't know about this game. This seems just bowing. Is he threatening a4? I think he might be threatening a4, so I'll go queen b7 so that I can meet a4 with b4. Whoa. f5 played in this one. So I think I can just win a pawn, but with rook c6. But I want to be careful and sort of restrict his rook first. So I'll go king f2. Bishop takes c3, and against d takes e6. Santan, sorry. Okay, now rook d1, and the plan is knight e7. Or knight e7 check first, rook e7, and how does he defend d6? I don't think he defends d6. But this pawn is hanging, so I'll go rook d1 first. All right, and now I should chase the king away. And if it goes to f6, okay, let's create a passed pawn first of all, then think. Okay, the queen took there, so what? So I can just take on b2 and start grabbing pawns. I think everything is defended enough. Yeah, Santan, I don't know. I think bishop c3 d6 threatening ef7 check, double check, and I think I can resign. Ooh. That's a risky decision to take this knight. But what do I capture with? Huh. I don't want to trade the queens, so I'll just go for a pawn majority. Okay, passed pawn created. Okay, pawn majority is here. How do I press on? I need to do something to create some chances. Why do I have mosquitoes in my house? So if I play c5 and he takes, I go d6. If I play c5 and he doesn't take, I go c6. So I like that, c5. Okay, the rook switches here, so that'll just defend my knight. Pawn is marching on, so let's stop it. Queen takes. I think that should be okay. I mean, this should be a drawn endgame, but my pieces are a bit more active. His rook is still on f1. John plays king g2. Oh, this is just a draw. I mean... Okay, attacks my knight again. Ooh, that I missed, actually. Ah. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine, because if he takes the pawn, I have knight d6 check. Okay, it's okay. Queen check, king g7 should be okay. Oh, he missed knight d6. Okay. And now rook takes d5. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely don't want to trade rooks. Yeah, but now we just go c6. Okay. And again, the same story. Am I getting mated? Jesus. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I know that I can now take on f2, but... I mean, who is getting mated first? Maybe I should give myself another square. So, rook takes f2, rook g8 check, king h6, queen f8 check, king g5. Where are his checks? He doesn't have enough checks. I'll go for it, I don't care. I'll go for it. Let's see what happens. Okay. I don't know, I'll just trade. And yeah, but I'm coming in. I've infiltrated the position. Yeah, John and I are doing nothing in our game. So how do I break through? I don't know. I'll actually offer a draw. I don't know what to do here. Let's see if he accepts it. Because he's not pushing a4 and I'm not doing anything in the meantime. Can I switch to the other games if I've offered to draw? Or do I have to make a move? Does anybody know? Okay, I don't know if he accepted or not. Okay, he did. Okay. Okay, so let's take here. Rook c6 coming in. Thank you for the game, John. I played like a moron. You should have won. I completely missed that you can double on the C file if you're here, John. I don't know SK drought because I'm hanging a check on f6 and I'm constantly under pressure on the f file. If I could lock down the king side, then fine, but I have nothing to double control the f6 square. I don't think you can break through, John, and neither can I. I think you need to hold the queen side and I need to hold the f6 square. I think objectively we need to just move our pieces around. I don't know. We can look at the game tomorrow or something. By the way, see you tomorrow. Or, yeah. So, okay, I have 2 losses and a draw. And 3 games still going on. In one of them I'm winning. In the game against Richter's neighbor, I think he is afraid to... Of course, if he takes the rook, I have queen e8. Queen e1 check. And then he is in trouble. The question is who is mating whom? Battle light. There may be a simul tomorrow, although I'm not sure. There will definitely be one the day after tomorrow. I'll just run to the toilet while they're thinking. Sorry about that. Okay. By the way, I have a question for you guys. John proposed yesterday that I should put some music in the background for the streams. Would you guys like that? I don't know if I can do it without me hearing it because that would distract me. But if you want, I will put some music on. Okay, rook c1, very normal. SK drought, I think I could win all 3 games here. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm better in this Sicilian, definitely. And we will see. DRS pod, I think there is free music, and John said yesterday that Netflix, Twitch has their own free music library. Haustor. To je copyrightano suade, ne smijem Haustor. Haustor is a great Croatian band. Okay. So now if I take, he has queen c7, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just keep my bishop on the diagonal. I don't really care about this pawn. He did go in for the check. Let's see what happens. Because I don't see the checks being that deadly. Let's see. We will see. I think I could win this one because there's just too much pressure on his position. Queen f8 definitely doesn't work because king g5. Rook h8 also just king g5. And if queen d5, I can just advance. I don't know what's the problem with that. Queen d5. Aha, I'm going to have to play rook f5. Damn. Okay. Hvala tebi, Abhors. Okay, what's going on? He played bishop. He played bishop e5. I'm sure just rook c7 should be good for me. Maybe a4 first to make rook c7 stronger, but then he has rook e7. Hum. Rook c7, queen b5. If bishop e2, I like a4, even though he can go rook e7. I'll go a4 to stop queen b5. I think that's a good way to play. Ubaci harmoniku. So I don't know what the name of the, I think it's accordion. Do you know the big instrument that goes like this? Like it's in French music a lot and in folk music. In Croatia and then in the Balkans we have harmonica. That's so that'd be great playing chess with that. Accordion, yeah. Okay, if I go rook c7 now, he has queen f6, queen g5, and queen h4. So what if I simply go... I still think rook c7 should be played aggressively and just after queen f6 trying to poke at his king somehow. Probably by just playing... I would love to double my rooks on the 7th rank. The problem is that I don't see an easy way to do that. Maybe I can just win with my passed pawn, so maybe just b5. I think b5 actually works. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. It's not easy to defend against that. the queen did check. So now it's time to bail out, sort of. Which is unfortunate. The question is, can I go can I go king h4? That would be brutal. So king h4, what checks does he have? He can go only queen e4 check. And then if I go king g3, what does he do? Are there any checks after king g3? I don't see any checks after king g3. I don't see any checks. King h4, queen e4, king g3. And that's it, no more checks. If I go king h4, rook f2, queen e1, king h2, queen f2, queen e4 check, I can still bail out. I think. I'll go for it because I don't want a draw. If I don't go for it, it's going to be a draw, so I'll risk it. And let's see what happens. Okay, I have a passed pawn. Aha, wants to trade off the pieces. So what if I just go c6? I'll just go c6. Advancing my pawn. Hello, Sean Ferry 3605. I don't know, if rook takes rook, then queen takes rook, I don't think the pawn can be stopped anymore. I don't see a way to stop my plan of b4, b5 and queening. Okay, let's make a queen. Sunseti, yeah, he's very low on time and it's a tough position, so I don't know. I don't know what to suggest for him. Remind me after the game's finished so that I look at the C3 Sicilian, which I messed up. And Santan, are you still here? And who's playing the other Alapin Sicilian and crushed me? I don't know what to do here with black. I mean, if you go rook b8, then rook takes a1, bishop takes a1, rook takes e7. No. No. Okay, he did check me, and my plan was now king to g3, and yeah, where are the checks? I mean, king to g3 looks out of this world. I mean, can I really go king g3? Jesus. I don't know. King g3, where are the checks? He has no checks. I'll go king g3. I don't see any checks, so let's see what he has in store for this. Okay, he took on c1. Queen takes c1 has to be the correct move here. He cannot go bishop d4 because of rook e7, and if... okay, he can interpose bishop f2. I don't know about that g3 position. I'm so stressed. I thought he couldn't go there. What about rook c8? I think rook c8 just works. I think rook c8 just wins. Rook c8, bishop f2, king f2, queen d4, king f1. Has a lot of checks. So maybe I should just take the bishop first. Bishop d4, queen d4, king h1. How does he stop me? I don't think he stops me. So I'll just take the bishop first. And then play king h1. There's something strange about this move. Okay, let's focus now. I think this works. I think he just loses after rook e6. Rook e6, rook e3, queen e3, queen e3, rook e3 winning. Rook e6, queen b1, rook g2. Are there any checks after rook e6? He doesn't have a check. I think this is winning. Okay, king h1. Oh, I'm so stressed. If I won both these games, I would be over 50%, which is the first time in the history of my simuls that I'm over 50%. I need more water and more coffee. I don't have either. Good evening, Technoblade. I think this one is easily winning. I think just either rook e7 or rook c8. Both win. Even b8 queen wins because of rook e7. I think this one is easily winning. About the other one, I don't see how he defends rook e6. 9 seconds. Come on, John. Ooh. I don't think that defends. Just rook c8. Rook c8, knight c8. Yeah, that's it. That's winning. I mean, just rook c8 has to be good enough. He took my rook. There has to be a checkmate here. Okay, here. So rook e8, king e8, queen c8, knight takes, pawn takes, check, and I'm a bishop up. I don't think I'm missing anything. If queen d8, I just check and queen. And now this should be mate. Is it not? Yeah, okay, checkmate. Whew. 2 wins, okay. With 30 seconds on the clock, how do you defend this? I don't think you defend this. Oh, come on. So let's not hang checkmate, first of all. So I'll just play as safe as possible. Just queen c1. I don't want to allow any tricks. No tricks. I just want to play like a coward and not mess up. Okay, now let's make some Luft. Although now just queen check could be very good. No, let's make some Luft first. I'm too afraid. My king walk and allowing the check on g8 and king h6 and king g5 and king h4 and king g3 actually won. Okay, now let's check. Now that I'm not getting mated, this should be fine. I think this is clear enough. I don't see a way for him to hold. The only way for him to hold will be to check me here, but there's no way that's happening. I don't know, I think this is resignable, especially with 30 seconds on the clock, especially because I'm winning the d6 pawn. There's no way to hold pawn. Wherever he goes, I take the pawn. has no checks. I'm not missing anything. And if he goes to f2, I can take on f4. So, no, I'm not missing anything. Aha, now threatening a perpetual. So, I can stop that with queen b4. Queen b4 stops the check. If queen c1 check, I have king h2. And he doesn't have a way to go around. I think this is good. Just queen b4 should be good enough. Not allowing any tricks. Yeah, this is good enough. Yeah, this is okay. I don't think he has anything. SK drought, I won. It was checkmate. Oof. Give me that queen trade. Okay. Okay, so this is... Wait, let's go back to the simul. So 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. I'm over 50%. Okay. Much better than yesterday. Okay, before I do anything else, just give me a second. I'll go grab a piece of paper. And let's do the applications for tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm sorry, for Sunday. Don't write anything yet, please. So let me just see my calendar. Just a second. Okay, guys, Sunday at 7 p.m. Don't write anything yet, please. Just let me finish. Okay, so Sunday at 7 p.m. Croatian. Okay. Vishak, you played already. Let's give a chance to people who didn't play. Guys, if you didn't play any of the 2 or whatever 3 simuls, please write. Okay, Nigel, you are in. Guys who wants to play, send the message. So Med Luke is Nigel. Mr. GM, you already played. You already played, I think. You played yesterday. Romeo XT is Herbie the God. You are in. Herbie the God. Okay. Circularity, you are in because you didn't play this one. So Circularity. Mr. T. Okay, you are in. Mr. T. Me 5 Terla T. Okay. Okay. I have 2 more spots. Kechkelemen, you are in. BB Orkovic. And 1 more. SK Drought and Silky Steve, you are in. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm sorry. The rest of you, I'm sorry. The rest of you can play either on Monday or on Tuesday. I will play one almost every day, and I may also play one tomorrow in the evening. So Sunday 7 p.m. This one is for Sunday. Yes. Okay. So if okay, I'll just tell you who I put down in a second. If I organize one on Saturday tomorrow, you will find it on the community tab in YouTube. So in the community tab in YouTube, there will be info if there's a simul tomorrow. If you can play again legendary matrix, but if there are interested people who didn't play, then you are not only allowed one. You can play a million games in the simuls. I'll just give a chance to people who never played first. And yeah, it's a problem if you watch the stream as well. I mean, because I'm thinking out loud. I mean, you can, of course, there's nothing I can do to stop you, but it's not fair. Okay, so before I continue, guys, Mad Look, Herbie the God, Circularity, Mr. T, B. Borkovic, and Silky Steve. Can you, Nigel, you don't have to. The rest of you, can you please message me on Lichess so that I can send you the info on Sunday? So that's Sunday 7 p.m. If there's a simul tomorrow, I will let you know. Okay, now I want to have a look at the defeat I had in the two Sicilians. Okay, so after d4, let's have a look at the theory. Knight f6, cd4 has been played 350 times. I wanted to play g6, and this was actually my prep from a while back. And then after knight f3, bishop g7. And John, if you're still here, you'll remember that we looked at this together. And this was actually my recommendation against the Alapin. Horrible. Thank you, Richter's neighbor. Thank you very much for the game. Yeah, okay. So I don't know what I was afraid of. Why I wanted to take first. So takes, and I went knight c6, and they went knight f3 in both games. And here e5, and I went e6, which is after knight c3. Queen d8 is still theory, apparently. We had bishop d3 in one game, bishop c4 in one game, and I went knight f6. So let's see where I messed up. Bishop e7, there's still a ton of games. Rook e1, castles. a3 is theory. How is a3 theory? I went a6, which is still theory. Bishop g5. Okay, b5 immediately. h6 doesn't have to be played. But apparently, it was relatively okay. Technoblade, it's 5:15 where I am right now. So yeah, okay, for some reason I didn't play g6, which is, I don't know. Okay, just bad. Okay guys, I have a training game against my teammate in an hour and 45 minutes, and I have to prepare. I'm playing Vlatko, teammate from my club. It's going to be a tough game. I have white, so if you guys want to spectate on Lichess, I don't think I will be streaming that one because we will be playing 90 plus 30. Standard classical tournament chess. So I'm off to prepare. Thank you very much for being here. I hope, I mean, I'm really happy I'm over 50%. And I mean, it didn't go as bad as yesterday. The only two losses were against the Alapin Sicilians, so it's really easy to know what to improve. So I'll do the Alapin Sicilian in the next few days, I guess. Okay, thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, please ask now. I'll be here for another 30 seconds, and then I'm off to prepare for the game. No, e4, e5 is not best by test. Yes, Circularity, please send me a message so that I don't forget. I have a list here, but it's on paper. It's on one of my score sheets from Germany. Okay, thank you very much, guys, boys and girls. See you tomorrow, definitely for something, but on Sunday for the simul. Have a great day, morning, evening, whatever is it where you're at. And again, I appreciate it very much for you being here. Thank you very much. See you soon.